Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The use of gas flare technology in the extraction of petroleum products has been a negative practice in Nigeria's oil and gas sector. Apart from being economically wasteful, it is also extremely harmful to the environment and human health, a situation that has impacted negatively on residents in the Niger Delta. As the nation looks to the 2030 date for the total elimination of gas flaring in Nigeria, Niger Deltans are calling on the federal government to ensure stringent measures are put in place to guarantee the adherence to the stipulated dates.
The Niger Delta region is the hub of Nigeria's crude oil extraction, exploration, and exports. With over 250 oil fields littered across communities in the Niger Delta region, several oil multinational companies on daily basis carry out extraction operations, both onshore and offshore the region. In extracting this natural resource, the gas flare method, which entails the burning off of excess gases trapped on the ground, is deployed. Hence, nearly every oil-producing community in the Niger Delta experience the emission of these toxic petrochemical wastes in their environments. Owing to its adverse impact as a major contributor to climate change, the world is seriously making efforts to stop the use of the gas flare technology for petroleum exploration activities. For Nigeria, the move to end gas flaring has been a major struggle since 1979, when the Associated Gas Reinjection Act was first enacted to control activities of oil and gas operators. In complying with the rest of the world to achieve zero emissions, Nigeria had pegged 2030 as deadline to achieve zero flare after missing 7 previous targets since 1984. Considering past failed attempts, Niger Deltans are doubtful of the federal government's commitment to end gas flare in the Niger Delta region.
If they shut down the fuel stations, they shut down the multinationals, telling them today and carry out a good maintenance and adopt these new policies that is accepted internationally just for gas flaring to be reduced, I tell you, we will suffer more than we are already suffering, because there will be more reasons for the federal government to tell you why they couldn't do this or they couldn't do that, because that's the only place they solely depend on for revenue.
They said the Nigerian government is yet to show the willpower to end gas flaring, as legislations regulating the petroleum industry are either weak or lack enforcement. While Nigeria looks forward to ending gas flaring in 2030, Niger Deltans are in the meantime asking for the implementation of Section 104 of the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA), which recommends compensation for communities hosting oil mining leases. Meanwhile, Chairman House Committee on Host Communities, Honorable Dom Deko, has called for an amendment of the section of the PIA which imposes penalties on oil companies for gas flare.
Such funds are not yet at the doorstep of those communities where gas has been flared. Even the penalty should even go beyond that. There should be an amendment to that particular law, so that those who are flaring the gas will also find it necessary to quickly close in on gas flares.
The wasteful venture of gas flaring has persisted in Nigeria for over 50 years. This is in spite of the fact that the energy sector, which could be powered by gas, functioned below capacity. Niger Deltans have therefore insisted on the need for the oil and gas industries in Nigeria to transition to modern petroleum extraction technologies that can enable them convert the flared gas into other forms of energy that would in turn yield revenues for the country.
Today, nations are talking about gas exportation. Look at our currency, for instance. We're crying, we're dependent only on crude, But you see, we have a lot of deposit of gas. And if we do it rightly, this is another huge source of foreign exchange earning for our country.
According to a chief medical consultant at the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, Dr. Kurobo Ibitoreke, persistence of the emission of hydrocarbon is taking a toll on the health of people in the region. He said in the course of his practice in the Niger Delta, there have been rising cases of cancers and respiratory illnesses among persons living in oil-producing communities where gas is being flared.
We are noticing that again we are having an increase in number of patients coming with cancers. They are coming with blood cancers, what we call leukemias. They are coming with brain cancers. Brain cancers used to be rare. I have personally seen 5 patients within the last 6 months with brain cancers. And I mean, this is crazy. We need to stop gas flaring. It's wasteful on our health, and economically, we're losing a lot of money.
Inside the Niger Delta,